Hey everyone, John here back on the Y.M.C.Ark server. So today I'm bringing you a building tips video, bridge edition. So we're going to be building a bridge across this little gap here, going to this this center island, or this little mass of land there in the middle of the river. And the reason I picked this spot is because the 2 points that we're going to be bridging to are relatively even with each other as far as height goes. And it's going to be pretty easy to bridge that gap there. So the first thing that I like to do when building a bridge is use a foundation and use this as the base for where the bridge is going to go. Now you obviously want to, I think we're going to build this one 3 wide, and you obviously want to make sure that the bridge is going at the right angle. And it's going to line up right on that little piece of land over there. So what I do is I'll take a foundation out and I'll just kind of walk back and forth and get the feel for it. It looks like it's going to go right there to the middle, so I think this is going to be good. So let's go like right there. And we're not, yeah, okay. And there. Okay, so the foundations are just here for a base. So now we can come out with the ceiling. Another ceiling. Alright. Let's go ahead and come out with... We're going to put the pillars on the 2 ends here and leave the middle open. So we'll come out like this. And we can't come out any farther because we need pillar support now. So I'm just going to start placing pillars out. Placing 2. And then pillars. Alright, that's probably supported there. Okay. And for this part, I'm going to need my Quetzal. Now, this is always the more difficult part, is getting this to work. Usually it's easier with a Quetzal platform saddle. But you can definitely do it with a normal Quetzal saddle, just like this, or any flyer for that matter. You don't need a Quetzal to do it with. It's just easier to do it with a platform saddle. There we go. All right, that's it. Okay. So you guys get the gist of how this is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take this all the way across to that side and stop this first layer here. And this is the base for the bridge here. This is the foundations of the bridge. And what we're going to be doing, I didn't really explain this, is putting a dino gate, I have it on the Quetzal, in the middle of this so that you can pass through this bridge and it's not going to be blocking your way, your dinos and stuff. It's just going to be a small stone dinosaur gate because we can't fit a behemoth here. It's not tall enough. But it's the same principle with the behemoth. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this bridge going across all of this busy work here, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay. So I believe we're finished with the first part. Yep, so we definitely have a good base going here. Now, typically, whenever I build a bridge, usually just for looks, I'll go in and fill in the... I usually do pillars on every foundation going down, and I don't skip a foundation. But it's whatever you guys want to do, especially if you're on official servers. To save resources, you might want to skip a ceiling and do a foundation every other ceiling, like I've done here, instead of doing it every ceiling. Either way works. But now we're going to go down here and do what I guess some people would call the hard part, but it's really not that hard at all. So in order to put a stone gateway would fit right here no problem because these are spaced out like they are. But in order to do it right, what you're going to want to do is find the lowest point that you can snap these ceilings to, which is going to be that point right there. That's what it's looking like. So we'll just go ahead and come across right here. And I really appreciate what you're doing there for me, Sego. But we're just going to have to take you over here. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so where were we? Right here. Okay, so I've left a pillar on each side. That's pretty well even. I like how that looks. Okay. Then you want to come across right here. Put the ceilings like that. Okay, and then fill in the gap here. Alrighty. Now, this is the important part. So you can see that we have ceilings that are connecting the bottom, the pillars down here at the bottom. So these are acting as foundation supports, the ceilings and the pillars right here. So what we can do now is take out these two, and typically what I'll do is, just to make it look a little better, I'll go up there. I won't take out the whole pillars going up, but I think we're going to do it for this build video here. So we can take out these 4 pillars here that are in the middle. And the bridge up top will still be supported. So let me fly up with the Quetzal and take out the pillars from the top as well. If I can get in here to do it. Okay. So there we have it. So now you have a base to put the stone dinosaur gate on. And the bridge is still supported. Now, what you do not want to do, and I'm going to warn you guys of this, and you'll figure it out for yourself if you try it. Do not always leave where you've stopped with the ceiling. Always leave that pillar intact on the ends here, because if you don't, then that won't act as it being supported. If you get rid of these pillars here on the end where the ceilings are, then the rest of this back here, whatever's in the middle, will crash. So do not do that. Leave pillars on the ends attached to the ceilings. These pillars right here is what I mean. Okay, so now we can go ahead and take our stone dinosaur gate out and see about placing it right here. Now normally I fill these spots in with the behemoth gates, and it takes up a lot of the room the behemoth gates do, but these don't take up much room. So I've got a neat idea that I was going to do here, and we'll have to use walls and everything to fill it in. But let me go ahead and place this. So it wasn't uneven because the dinosaur gateways act as they're basically 2 foundations wide. I didn't place it in the middle right here. I placed two sets of gates. So 1 set of gates right here and then another one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the centers into these. Alright. Now, all you would technically need to do to finish this thing out is take some ramps. Place ramps right here. Let me get rid of this rock. That's a shame that it won't place right there. You have this happen sometimes. Let me go through here and I'll work that out later. We can fix that with foundations. Same thing right here too. So typically what I'm going to do, what I do if we can't get the ramps to go all the way down, and that really bugs me like super bad. So let's go ahead and just put 2 foundations out like this. Whoops. Just like, really? Let me go grab some more foundation. Typically what I do if the ramps don't go all the way down, I'll just place some foundations here to make up for it. And you could also place ramps like this if you wanted to. And really you could do this all the way across if you wanted. So like I could do this going all the way across if it'll let me. And then you could have the 2 ramps coming off of this. And then coming off of this as well. So that'll fix the problem if you have the ramps that don't touch the ground all the way. We're going to have to do that over here as well, except we're not going to be able to do it right there. So let me go ahead and destroy these and fix this side. And I'll bring you guys back with my idea for filling in this open area here. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So all I've done is just fill in this this area here with stone walls, and this is what it looks like with the gates closed. Now remember, you could have just done the ceilings here with ramps, and then just left it open without the stone gates here. That way, people could have just come and went over the ramps and everything and the ceilings and went right through the bridge here and just been just fine. But if you're doing this to secure a base, obviously you're going to want to make it out of metal. And you can have a behemoth gate here, and you could do a second layer underneath the first layer up there with Plant Species X turrets coming out of it or something like that. You could do a ton of ideas, and I only did this little area here just to give you guys some ideas on what you could actually do underneath the bridge here. If you watch my videos on the Y.M.C.Ark here, you'll know that I actually made a breeding center underneath my bridge. Breeding / kibble and stuff like that. It's you can do a lot of things, and you even have a little storage area right here in between, so that's kind of neat too. Let's go ahead and go up here and finish up the bridge though for the video. So the only thing left, I went ahead and destroyed the first foundations that we placed here just to make sure I could place these ramps. So we got to place these ramps going across, and we'll run over here and place the ramps over here as well. Alright, and technically that is your bridge done. Now what I like to do with the bridge, yeah, it looks kind of silly just having a thin sheet of stone going across and that's what holds you up, or it looks like that's what holds you up. So I like to go across. Now this is going to be extra materials, and some of you that are on official servers might not like to do this, but I think it looks better if you go across with a wall underneath, going across the ceilings here. Okay, and there we have it. So I went ahead and put the walls going all the way across and stuck some railings on there just for the looks, of course. But it's a nice functional bridge, very practical, very easy to make, and I would say the possibilities for what you want to do with the bridge are pretty endless. Like I said, I just built a nice little stone box down here with dino gates that you could either hide dinos in or just open both gates and walk through. Basically do whatever you wanted to do with it. And you've got a nice storage area right here. But you could have left this all open and just made it to where you could walk dinos through it, not blocking anybody's path or anything. And normally, like I said, I usually put pillars going down and don't space them out like I did here, but just for the purposes of this video, I went ahead and spaced them out. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this building tips guide on building bridges. I think a lot of people are kind of confused on how I did some of the building that I did with the behemoth gates down below and stuff. But that's going to be it. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Give me a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And as always, I thank you for watching.